So hi everyone. Today we're going to be looking at the SBP paper 2, and because this is a long paper and I only have 2 hours, so yeah, I kind of need to start early lah. Okay, so that I can try to finish all the major questions today. Okay, but if you have done the SBP paper 2, actually you will notice a few things lah. Number one, it's actually easier than other state punya papers. A lot of it is easy. Some tricky questions here and there, but a lot of it is actually pretty standard. Okay, dia punya soalan agak standard. Standard maksudnya soalan yang kita pernah jumpa lah. Okay, nothing really out of the ordinary except maybe one or two. Tapi quite a lot of standard questions. Number two, you would also notice that there are certain other states kan dia punya soalan lebih susah. Okay, and it's actually this paper 2 is actually easier than the paper 1. Easier in terms of dia punya kefahaman soalan lah, bukan dari segi dia punya jalan kerja. Of course jalan kerja for paper 2 kan memang banyak lah. Okay, paper 1 kan you don't really need jalan kerja. We covered that on Monday. But we find that for paper 2, the working is obviously important. You need to write down the working. So that's probably yang di mana murid akan sentiasa buat mistake. Okay, so we need to avoid that situation lah. Okay, so I'm going to go through every question except for two lah, except for the motion on a straight line and the linear programming yang kita memang tidak cover lah. Okay, so a set of numbers form an arithmetic progression by me. Okay, the first term exceeds the third term by 8. Okay, so we need to understand this sentence lah. First term exceeds the third term by 8. Maksudnya T3 minus T1 okay, equals to 8. This is the first thing that they tell you lah. Okay, and since this is an arithmetic progression, so we find that the formula that we need to use is Tn equals to A plus N minus 1D. Kalau arithmetic, kalau dia adalah hasil jumlah, it will be N over 2, 2A plus N minus 1D. Okay. Oh yeah, before I continue, just be reminded that in any case, okay, anytime that you feel that I have made a mistake somewhere, please tell me earlier, okay? Don't just let me go and rattle on, and then just leave me with my mistake lah. Okay, so yeah, I'm prone to mistakes because I'm human, okay, and we're doing this live, so yeah. Okay, so T3 minus T1 equals to 8, and we can therefore put this in. So since n equals to 3, so T3 will be equals to A plus 3 minus 1D. Okay, so this will be A plus 2D. T1 pula adalah sama dengan A, obviously lah, because the first term is A. So therefore, kalau saya gabungkan ini dua, I will get A plus 2D minus A equals to 8. So I will get D equals to 4. Okay, so kunci kepada menjawab ini adalah untuk memahami ayat ini. The first term exceeds the third term. Okay, maksudnya kalau kamu tolak, the first term exceeds the third term. Sorry, my mistake. First term exceeds means T1 minus T3. My mistake. Okay, T1 minus T3 equals to 8. That means I would have done this wrongly. The first term exceeds means term 1 itu lebih besar daripada term 3. Yeah. So T1 minus T3 equals to 8. So A minus A plus 2D. Okay, equals to 8. So A minus 2D equals to 8. Therefore, D equals to negative 4. Okay, so yeah, sorry for the first mistake. First term exceeds means first term itu lebih besar daripada third term. Okay. B, when the first three terms are increased by 3, 5, and 8 respectively, okay, the resulting numbers form a geometric progression. This one, well, I guess you can say that, wait, first 3 times, okay, so that means, since we have the A and the D, okay, since you have the A and the D, the A, or actually we don't know what is the A, okay, but we know that the first term is A, the second term is A minus 4, the third term is A minus 8, okay, tolak 4, tolak 4, okay. Now, when we increase it by 3, 5, and 8, means kita tambah 3, tambah 5, tambah 8. Apa yang akan terjadi? This will be A plus 3. This will be A minus 4 plus 5. This will be A minus 8 plus 8. Okay, then this will be, did I say plus 8? Okay, so this will be a geometric progression. Okay. Now, if you have 3 consecutive terms in a geometric progression, so you know that the second term and the first term divided by the first term and the third term and the second term will be the same. Okay, so you will get, so T3 over T2 equals to T2 over T1. Okay, how we are going to find the A lah. Okay, so you get A minus 8 plus 8 is A, okay, over A, this will be A plus 1 equals to A plus 1 over A plus 3. Okay, then after that you cross multiply. So A times A plus 3 equals to A plus 1 times A plus 1. Okay, then after that, I'm not going to continue from here. After that, you continue, then you get the value of A. You get 2 values of A actually. Okay, you get 2 values of A, and then you need to decide which value of A is the correct one. Hold on. Just double check something. Yeah. Okay. So you will get, saya tidak akan sambung dari sini lah. Okay, but what you will get is, you will get A equals to 1. Okay. Once you get A equals to 1, that's the value of A. It's not the first term. Okay, it's the value of A. So they are asking you to find the first 3 terms of the geometric progression. So over here, the first 3 terms, the third term is A. Oh, sorry, the third term is 1. Okay, so this will be 1 minus 4 plus 5. 1 minus 4 is negative 3, so it's 1 minus 4 plus 5 is 2 lah. Okay, and then A plus 3, 1 plus 3 is 4. So this is the final answer, 4, 2, and 1. So this is an interesting question because it combines arithmetic and geometric progression. Okay, the first question is arithmetic, which is like no-brainer lah. Tapi tiba-tiba dia berubah, okay, menjadi geometric progression, in which you have to really understand what this sentence means. Okay, bila 3 sebutan pertama dalam janji arithmetic itu bertambah masing-masing sebanyak 3, 5, dan 8, means dia punya pertambahan itu pun tidak sama. The first one add 3, the second one add 5, the third one is add 8. Okay, so that's how you would answer the first question. All right. Okay, question number 2, diagram 1 shows a triangle KLM. RS and LM are 2 parallel lines. Okay, so this is parallel. Okay, when point R lies on LK and point S lies on MK. Okay, you're given LM equals to 12x minus 8y. Okay, MS is 4y and 3 km. Okay, so we always see this now. 3 km equals to 5 ks. Okay, this is obviously a vector question. Now let's think about it. So if I put the numbers and this one together, I will get km over ks equals to 5 over 3. Means km is 5 parts. Okay, and ks is 3 parts. So that means ms over here, this will be 2 parts. Now, if 2 parts equals to 4y, so therefore I can say that 3 parts equals to 6y. Okay, this is very logical, huh? Because ms we know is 2 parts. So 2 parts is 4y, therefore 3 parts is 6y. Because 1 part is just 1y. 1 part is 2y. Okay, so 3 parts will be 6y. So this is a very, this is a very important piece of information. So dia memberitahu kita KS punya this one. Okay, and so then we can do LK already. Okay, LK in terms of xn or y. Okay, we will get LK, okay, equals to, let's see, L to M and M to K. Okay, so you'll get LM plus MK. Okay, we are given LM. Okay, we are given LM. LM equals to 12x minus 8y. Okay, 12x minus 8y plus, and this is where the MK is very useful. M to K, okay, is 10y because ms is 4y. That means the direction of the vector is going this way. So m to k is 10y altogether. Okay, so you get 12x minus 8 plus 10 will be 2y. Okay, this will be final answer number 1. Okay, now B, given Rs equals to PLM and Kr equals to QKL. Okay, so this is a very standard vector question. They'll give you 2 vectors, they ask you to equate, and then lepas itu find the value of 2 unknowns, P and Q. Very standard 5-mark question from vector. Okay, so the first one is we want it in terms of P. So the only one that has P is this one, Rs equals to PLM. And do we have LM? We do. Okay, LM is here. They say express RS. Express RS means we need our answer to be RS equals to yada yada yada. Okay. And since we want P, okay, kita mau P dalam soalan ini, we use this information given lah. Okay, so B1, sorry, RS equals to PLM. Okay, and we have LM. LM is actually 12x minus 8y. Okay, I'm going to leave it there first lah. Kalau okay, if you want to 12px minus 8py, also can lah, no problem lah. Okay, either way is totally fine. Okay, now the second one is a little bit tricky. Dia mau in terms of Q, and the only one that we have from here is this one. KR equals to QKL, but we still want RS though. Okay, we still want RS, but we need to somehow slot the Q inside. So kita fikirkan, okay, RS is over here. This is RS. Okay, and we have this KR over here. Okay, so RS will probably be RK plus KS. Okay, if we think about it, okay, you know what? I'm gonna wrap this off because there's so many things over here. Okay, so we want RS. Okay, ini yang kita mau sebab soalan minta express RS. But we are given KR and QKL, so we are given this thing KR over here. So it makes sense would be, the logical step to do would be to go from RK to KS. So we start from there. Okay, RS equals to RK plus KS. Now the good news is we know what is KS. Okay, from our information just now, we know that KS is negative 6y because originally MS is this way, right? This is 4y. So we know our KS is negative 6y, so no problem. Our problem now is this RK. Okay, now if KR equals to QKL, okay, kalau saya terbalikkan, so saya mau RK. So RK equals to QLK lah, right? QLK. QLK, yeah. Okay. And have we found LK? Yes, we have. We did. We found it in question A. So since we want RK is QLK, LK is 12x plus 2y. Okay, plus KX, KS is negative 6y. So minus 6y. Okay, and this will give us 12qx, sorry, this q is not here, plus 2qy minus 6y. Okay, if I gather all these two together, I'll get 12qx plus 2q minus 6y. Okay, and this is how we will find P and Q lah. We kasih sama. Okay, when you compare, you compare the x vector, you will get 12p equals to 12q. Okay, and when you compare the y vectors, okay, you will get minus 8p equals to 2q minus 6. Yeah. Okay, and then you will get, what will happen is you will get, oh, hold on, did I make a mistake somewhere? Oh, okay, correct. Okay, so from our x vector, okay, we will get p equals to q. Tapi masalahnya, we don't know what is p and what is q lah, but it's okay. Put in the p or the q inside the y vector. So you get negative 8q, apa ini? Okay, q, because p equals to q. From the x vector, I know that p equals to q. So negative 8q equals to 2q minus 6. I bring the q across, I get negative 10q equals to negative 6. So q equals to 3 over 5, which means that p is also equals to 3 over 5. Okay, so this question, as I mentioned before, this is a standard vector question. Okay, there's nothing special about this question because this question has, if you do a lot of trial papers and a lot of passive papers, you will know that this kind of question comes out a lot. They'll give you two vectors, ask you to compare two vectors and then find two unknowns. Okay, usually this is the case now. So this is, I wouldn't say this is a difficult question. If you have done this question before, as in jenis soalan ini kan, then it wouldn't be difficult. Okay, but as I said lah, you need to practice this lah. Okay, even if it takes 1 hour to do this one question, just go ahead and do it. Okay, because some questions, I mean, we as people who sit for exam, okay, sorry, I don't sit for exam, but as people who sit for exam, you kind of want to hope that the standard questions come out. Because the standard questions are where you know that, okay, saya tahu sudah macam mana mau buat ini, cuma dia punya bentuk soalan saja yang berubah. Okay, and that's good for you. Okay, because you know what you need to do. Okay, berbanding dengan soalan kebat yang memang ada, okay, tapi memerlukan, you need to think a little bit more lah when it comes to kebat questions. Okay, so yeah, those of you who are struggling with vector, okay, don't give up lah. Try to answer as much of the standard questions as possible. And this is an example of a very standard question. Okay, last year the SPM, the vector question was not a standard question. So we are hoping now, okay, fingers crossed, and whatever that you can cross, you cross. We are hoping that this year the vector question will be a standard question. Okay, of course, one can only hope. Okay, the curve yada yada has a turning point. Whenever you see turning point, this means dy dx equals to 0. Okay, normally lah. Okay, so determine whether a point A is maximum or minimum point. State your reason. Now, if a point A is maximum or minimum point, okay, this will be d2y dx2 equals to, more than 0 or less than 0. Okay, if your d2y dx2 is a maximum number, then it is a minimum point. Okay, if your d2y dx2 is a negative number, then it's a maximum point. Hold on, let me just see if this is a differentiation or quadratic function question. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a differentiation question. Okay, so another one that also tells us whether it's a minimum or maximum is this one. This number over here. Okay, y equals to ax squared plus bx plus c. Kan? This number over here tells us whether it's minimum or maximum. If it is a positive number, okay, then it is a minimum graph. If it is a negative number, then it is a maximum graph. So determine whether point A is a maximum or minimum point. It is a minimum point. Okay, the reason why it is a minimum point is because the A is more than 0. Okay, so how you would answer this would be, okay, A is a minimum point. Okay, and the reason is because A is more than 0, okay, which is 3 lah. Kita punya value of A is 3, which is more than 0. Okay, that's why it's only 1 mark, tiada pengiraan. It just requires you to understand this. Okay, express P dalam sebutan H. Wow. Sorry, express P in terms of H. Okay, even the BM has gone up to the English. Okay, so the turning point is A, H, and K. So never mind, the first thing we do is we find the dy dx. So if y equals to 3x squared minus px plus 7. Am I getting this right? Okay, so dy dx will be equals to 3x squared dx will be 6x minus p. Okay, and we know that at the turning point, okay, at turning point, okay, dy dx is equals to 0. So 0 equals to 6. What is the x coordinate? The x coordinate is h. So 6h minus p. Therefore, we can express p in terms of h. Express p in terms of h means p equals to yada yada. Inside there got h lah. So this will give us p equals to 6h. Final answer. Okay. So this, if you've done differentiation questions before, this is a standard turning point working. Cuma dia punya jawapan akhir, usually we want to find the value lah kan, but this one the jawapan akhir they ask us to express it in terms of something else. Okay, so nothing different. The step is the same. It's just the outcome is a little bit different. Okay, given that the curve passes through B1 and 2, calculate the value of K. Okay, now if we are given 1 and 2, we can substitute this in here to find the value of P. Okay, so I'm going to start now. So y equals to 3x squared minus px plus 7. You substitute the coordinates inside. The coordinates is 1 and 2. So 2 equals to 3 times 1 minus p times 1 plus 7. You can get the value of p already. Done? You can get the value of p. Okay, so you get the value of p. 2 minus 3 minus 7 equals to minus p. Okay, so A2 minus 3 minus 7 equals to minus p. Okay, so p equals to 2 minus 3 is negative 1, negative 8, p equals to 8. Okay, but that's not what the question wants. The question wants the value of k, which is this. But in order for us to find the value of k, we need to find the value of h. Do we have the value of h? Can. P equals to 6h. So 8 equals to 6h, so h equals to 4 over 3. Okay, whenever I see pecahan kan, saya terus kaget. Betul kan? H equals to 4 over 3. Okay. Then, because h is the x coordinate, okay, we can find k, which is the y coordinate. So again, you use this equation. Okay, so you will get y equals to 3 times 4 over 3 squared minus p is 8. 4 over 3 plus 7. Okay, and this is a simple press of the calculator which will give you the final answer. Y equals to y equals to 5 over 3. Okay, 5 over 3, which means K kita adalah 5 over 3. Okay, now I want to point out something. Usually once we get this gun, then people will stop. Please don't forget that you're supposed to answer what the question asks you. The question asks you what is the value of K, not what is the value of Y. Okay, so please make that extra effort to actually write what the answer, what the question is asking for. Okay, state the value of K. Yeah, calculate the value of K. I know K is the Y coordinate, okay, but make sure that you have that last step. Okay, so this is an interesting question because they ask you to use the same equation twice. Okay, first time is to find the value of P, the second time is to find the actuality that you want to find. Okay, so this is a, how would I rate this question? This will be, if you know how to do, then it's easy lah. Okay. What kind of answer is that? Okay lah, I would say out of 10, this is probably a 4 lah. Okay, 4 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. Okay, it's difficult if you don't know. Okay, let me be frank lah. If you have like no idea what is happening, then it is difficult lah. Okay, but if you have an idea, then you know the difficulty will be because there are so many letters lah. Ada P lah, ada H lah, ada K, ada Y, ada X. Itu yang menjadikan soalan ini susah. Okay, all right. Number 4, prove that 2 sine x over 2 cos x minus secant x equals to tangent 2x. So obviously we have to prove from the left to the right. Okay, so we're going to start with 2 sine x over 2 cos x minus secant x. Now I know that there is a tangent 2x formula, okay, which is like actually it was very like annoying lah, the formula. Okay, but we also cannot forget that tangent is actually sine over cos. So if the angle is 2x, so you're looking for sine 2x over cos 2x. You get tangent 2x already. Okay, without actually using the tangent 2 formula. Okay, so how do I change this so that it can become this? Okay, that's the point of this. So first we start off with the secant. We have to get rid of the secant. Okay, I'm just going to bring the bottom part. So I settle to the bottom part. So 2 cos x minus 1 over cos x, because secant is the terbalik of cos. Okay, and since I don't like this, you know, ada per yang banyak, saya kasih satu kaligus lah. So I get 2 cos squared x minus 1 over cos x. Okay, I combine them both together. Because in combining them, look at what happens when I put this back over here. I will get 2 sine x divided by 2 cos squared x minus 1 over cos x. Okay, I change the per to divide. Okay, then what happens over here is this one akan jadi terbalik. So 2 sine x cos x over 2 cos squared x minus 1. 2 sine x cos x is actually sine 2x. And 2 cos squared x minus 1 is actually cos 2x. And this will give us our final answer, tangent 2x. Okay, it's we will call this a simple proof lah. Sebab yang susahnya adalah ini saja, yang ini pergi sini. Okay, itu saja yang susah sebenarnya. Okay, sketch the graph of y equals to tangent 2x from 0 to pi. Okay, fine. So let's consider first. I know. I always sigh whenever I see a tangent graph because the tangent graph is just like the worst of the worst. Oh, hold on. Okay. So tangent x. Let's start with tangent x first. So tangent x is like this, and like this. Okay, so there's one garis titik over here lah. Okay, and this one will be 2 pi. This will be pi. Okay, and this will be 0. That's tangent x. Tangent 2x will be twice the number of this, but in the same 2 pi. Okay, that means you are going to need tangent 2x. 1, 2, and I mean 2 lah. Okay, and then the second half is this 1, 2, and then 3. So over here is 2 pi. The halfway point is pi. Okay, and since the question is asking for 0 to pi sahaja, so actually kan dia mau ambil yang warna biru sajalah. Okay, but because there is a tangent 2x modulus, okay, that means this part di bawah sini, the ones that are colored yellow, okay, have to go up. Okay, so this is what we will get. We will get, okay, I'm going to draw the two asymptotes first. Okay. So these two top blue will be here, okay, here and here, okay. So this will be pi over 2. Okay, this will be 0. Okay. All right, and then this blue color, since it is modulus, we have to bring it up. So it will look like this. Okay, and then this one also will look the same way. So here will be pi. Okay. Therefore, over here, the asymptote, this is pi over 4, and this will be 3 over 4 pi. Okay. So 1 over 4, 1 over 2, 3 over 4, and pi. It's a good idea. I think it is better if you write down these two angles as well, where the asymptotes are. Okay, sorry, where the dotted lines are. Okay, so this is the actual answer. I'm just bringing you on a very long journey, how to get from here to here. Okay, for what reason also, I don't know. But I hope it helps you. Okay, so the sketching is done. Ta-ding. Okay, using the same axis, sketch a suitable straight line to find the number of solutions for yada yada. It is minus 2x over pi equals to 1. Now notice this and this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so it has already been given for us equals to tangent 2x. Therefore, I can say that this whole thing is modulus tangent 2x minus 2x over pi equals to 1. Right? So let me start from there. So modulus tangent 2x minus 2x over pi equals to 1. 2x over pi, correct? 2x over pi, okay, equals to 1. And we know that the original one is y equals to tangent 2x. So we can substitute the y here. Y minus 2x over pi equals to 1. Therefore, y equals to 1 plus 2x over pi. Okay, and then after that, once you have the equation already, you can actually draw the straight line graph. So always use the two smallest and biggest values, x equals to 0, x equals to pi. When x equals to 0, y equals to 1. When x equals to pi, y equals to 1 plus 2, 3. Am I right? Yeah, should be correct. Okay. X equals to 0, 2 times 0, 0. Okay, so it's going to be 1. X equals to pi, 2 pi over pi is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3. Okay, then you mark it out over here. So this is 1 and this is 3. Agak-agak lah boleh. Okay, so 0 and 1 will be here, and then pi and 3 will be here. Use a straight ruler. Don't follow my horrendous example. Use a straight ruler and you sambung this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the number of solutions is 4. Okay, and that's how you would get this. So this one, the question is difficult because of the tangent graph lah. Okay, sudahlah dia tangent. 2. Okay, and then after that they kasih modulus lagi, and then on top of that they go and kasih sampai pi saja. So it's so annoying. Okay, but tangent graph has not come out for some time. Sad to say lah. Okay, tangent graph has not come out for some time, so it's always a good idea to be prepared for it lah. Okay. All right, question number 5. This is, if you haven't done this paper, you kind of know that question number 5 is, it looks like a simultaneous equations question lah. Okay, unless you see the word rate. Kalau kamu nampak perkataan rate, then it's not simultaneous equations. It is differentiation. Okay, but I think this looks like a simultaneous equations question. Okay, diagram 2 shows an open top. You know what's an open top aquarium? An open top aquarium means it's an aquarium where the top is open. Oh no. Okay, the top is open, means there is no top lah. Okay, that means kamu punya kotak itu, the cuboid shape, only has 5 sides. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 at the bottom. On the top there, tiada. Okay, so it's an open top aquarium in a cuboid shape. I suspect that this word open top is going to be very important for us soon. Okay, the measurement of the width is 60 cm and the perimeter of the front surface is 400 cm. So I'm going to assume that this is 60. Sorry, I'm going to mark this red now. Okay, this is 60 and you have the perimeter of the front surface is 400. That means 2x plus 2y equals to 400. This is the front surface lah. Okay, this is the front surface. So the perimeter is 400. 2x plus 2y is 400 is the first equation. Now, given that the length of the aquarium is x is greater than the height y, okay, if Farisha fills in 75% of the aquarium with 432,000 centimeters of water, calculate the total surface area. Okay, so we are given the apa ni? Isi padu guys. Yeah, we're given the isi padu, the volume. Okay, but that's only 75 of the 75% of the distance. Okay, so let's think about this. Volume of cuboid, okay, will be x times y times 60 lah, kan? Okay, or 60xy. But since we are only filling up 432,000, which is only 75% of the aquarium, so that means 432,000, okay, is actually 75 over 100 times 60xy. Okay, and this will be our second equation. Let me simplify this for you. So you will get 32000 times 100 divided by 75 divided by 60. So you'll get xy equals to 9600. This will be your second equation. Okay, so the first equation is there, second equation is there. You can basically do the simultaneous equations. But the question is, calculate the total surface area of the aquarium. Okay, so this is where you need to be very careful. And this is why the word open top very important. Because the word open top means you only have to count 5 surfaces. Okay, so the ones in red, 1, 2, and then the ones in green, 3, 4, and the last one in blue is this bottom one only, because it is an open top. Okay, open top, that means there's no top. You only have to count 5 surfaces. Okay, I'm going to give you the final answer because I'm not going to show you the working. You will get x equals to 120 and y equals to 80. Okay, you get x equals to 120, y equals to 80, because, okay, what you will get now is you will get 2 x's and 2 y's. Okay, bila kau buat ni kan, you will get 2x and 2 y's. You have to decide which x is correct. Okay, follow this lah, x is greater than y. Okay, x mesti lebih besar daripada y. Okay, so you will get 2 values. Make sure you use the correct value. Now, if x is 120 and y is 80, then I can say that the red color the red color surface area will be, sorry, the red color is 120 times 80 times 2 lah, because there's two sides. Okay, the green color, okay, on the side over here, okay, green color is 60 times 80 times 2. Okay, so you add both together. Then finally, the blue color at the bottom only is, blue color is 120 times 60, and it's only 1. Okay. Once you get these three surface area, then you add them all together lah. Okay, you add them all together and you will get 36,000. Okay, 36,000 centimeter squared. So total, I just give you the final answer. If you haven't done this, please work it out on your own lah. Because it's simultaneous equation, so I don't want to spend too much time by giving you the entire working from start to end. Okay, I think that's your responsibility. You need to do that. But if you need me to help you to just take a look at your working, sure. Okay, send it over to me. If you guys want to send over your work for me to check, for example, you finish one paper and you want me to check your this one, right? Send it to my email. Okay, don't send it to me by WhatsApp. Okay, send it to my email, then I will mark it out for you, and then I will give you your total marks lah. Okay, so some people have done that already with me. So I just want to promote it here lah. Okay, wow. Perkhidmatan menanda kertas. Kononnya. So can repeat how to identify the value of x and y. Okay, so this is your first simultaneous equation. Ini soalan simultaneous equation lah kan. So this is the first equation. This is the second equation. Okay, so you do the simultaneous equation, the same process lah, blah 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 blah. You will get two sets of values of x and two sets of values of y. Okay, actually, if I'm not mistaken, you will get, yeah, the exact opposite. You will get, okay, apa yang kamu akan dapat nah is, kamu akan dapat x equals to 120 and 80, and then y equals to 80 and 120. So, kamu kena tentukan which set is the correct one. Is it x equals to 120, y equals to 80, or y equals to 80, x equals to 100? Oh yeah lah, sorry. Oh yeah, correct lah. How do I determine whether it is the green color or the yellow color that is correct? It's because of this sentence over here. To rub it off, sorry. Okay, it's because of this sentence. X is greater than the height y. So therefore, this set jawapan saya reject. Okay, and this one I accept. Okay. Otherwise, you cannot count the surface area. You don't know which x and y to use. That's why you need to read the question properly. So this question is actually very good because it dia macam soalan trick lah. Okay. If you didn't read the question properly, you would have forgotten that it is an open top aquarium. Okay. So that means quite a number of people that have sent this to me, they go and times 2 di sini. Okay, sorry, nothing. Over here, they can see times 2, which cannot because you only have the bottom, you don't have the top. Okay, so yeah, be very careful. Then the second one is obviously this is standard. Okay, especially when it comes to simultaneous equations, hot questions. Sometimes, actually quite a lot of times, dia minta kamu untuk memilih satu set yang betul. Okay, and you have to decide. You know, you have to read the question and decide which set of answer is correct. You cannot use both. So be very careful when it comes to simultaneous equations, especially when you have to choose between one set. Okay, read the question properly, take some time, understand the question, and set it in your mind, oh, okay, the value of x must be bigger than y. Therefore, the yellow set, okay, yang warna kuning itu, saya tidak boleh terima because tidak memenuhi kehendak soalan. Okay. All right, question number 6. On January 1, 2010, Zaim kept $70,000 in the bank, okay, with a dividend rate of 6% per annum. After 3 years, Zaim's total savings was given by S equals to this. Okay, this is the total savings. So this is a good question because the formula is already given. This is probably a progressions question. It's quite interesting, huh? Section A got 2 progressions question. Oh, actually, maybe not. This may be an index question actually. You know what? Yeah, I think it's an index question. Index and log. Check and see. It looks like a progressions question. Tapi dia adalah, yeah, the combination of progressions and log. So evil. Okay, anyway. On the same date, Zaim also bought a car with worth 150,000. So after 3 years, the price of the car is given by this one. Okay, notice that the savings akan menaik lah sebab the common difference is 1.06, is more than 1. The car price akan menurun because the interest rate is minus 8%. Okay, so interesting. So find Zaim savings after 3 years. So that means we have T equals to 3. Okay, so S is 70,000, 1.06 to the power of 3. This is a no-brainer question. Okay, because all you have to do is just substitute the value of T equals to 3. Okay, the formula is already given. Okay, so this is where I want to mention this now. Sometimes students that are too smart lah. Okay, actually I noticed this trend among students that are too smart. Macam dia orang terlampau bijak bahkan, they stop here. On January 1, with a dividend of 6% per annum. Okay, geometric progression. Okay, start counting 70,000, increase 6%, increase 6%. Sorry, sometimes being too smart also is not very good lah. Okay, the more important skill is the skill on how to read and understand. Okay, and that one no need to be smart one. Anybody can read and anybody can understand. Okay, that is the more important skill than being smart. Okay, if there is a formula given in the question, no matter how you twist it, if you want to use progressions, you want to use Tn equals to Arn minus 1, the answer will not be accepted because the formula is already given. Okay, so this is why this first sentence is there now. It is to differentiate between the students that are too smart, okay, and the students that are actually smart. So terrible, yeah. So too smart, they will see the 6%, then they will start thinking progression. No, this is not really a progression question. This is a log question. And if you notice, the only thing that I did in question A was to put in the value of T equals to 3 into the formula that is already there. It is a 1-mark question. Therefore, it doesn't deserve all this too smartness. Yeah, oh, okay, 6% per annum, therefore, no need. Okay, you don't have to be smart every time. Be wise. Wise is more important. Okay. Wow, advice of the day gitu. Okay, so the answer is 83371.12 macam. Okay, 83371.12 is our final answer. It's just a substitution of the number 3. Okay, so Zaim plans to sell his car after the price is less than half the original price for the first time. Okay, so bila harga kereta itu menurun menjadi kurang daripada 150,000, okay, 150,000. Okay, then he will use all the money from the sale of the car and plus his savings to buy a house worth 180,000. Okay, so find the balance of Zaim's savings. So this is kind of a lot lah. This question got a lot. So the first thing we need to know is we need to know when is it that his car is less than half. So original price is 150,000. So half will be 150,000 divided by 2. Half will be 75,000. So we want to know when C is less than 75,000. This is where we start. Okay, so we have 150,000, then 0.92 to the power of T less than 75,000. Do I not have a, sorry, I don't have. Okay, so 0.92 to the power of t equals to 1 over 2. I think this should be 1 over 2. 0.5. You know what? I'm going to use 0.5. Yeah, 0.5. Okay, then this one you have to use log now. So log t log 0.92 equals to log 0.5. Okay, so t equals to log 0.5 over log 0.92. So log 0.5 divided by log 0.92, you'll get t equals to 8.31. Oh, sorry, less. Sorry. So t is less than 8.31, so the nearest one will be 8. So at the 8th year, pada tahun yang ke-8, sorry, did I just... Oh, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, silap. Okay. So this is where the danger is lah. Let me show you the danger. Even I fell for it. So log 0.92 is actually negative 0.0362. Okay, less than log 0.5, negative 0.3010, negative 0.3010. Okay, and what happens here is because you are moving the log across and it is a negative number, what happens is t is more than negative 0.3010 over negative 0.0362. Sebab kamu memindah nombor negatif. Okay, yeah, my mistake. Even I fell for it. So t is more than 8.31, therefore t equals to 9. So the year where the car becomes less than this one is the 9th year. Okay, so let's take a look at how much savings he has at the 9th year. Okay, when t equals to 9, okay, s equals to 70,000, 1.06 to the power of 9. Okay, 70,000, 1.06 to the power of 9 will be 118,263.53. Oh dear. Okay, 118,263.53. Okay, so that's how much savings he has, okay, at the 9th year. But we need to know how much Zaim sells his car. Okay, so I got no more space in my paper. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off. Okay, so at the 9th year, the car price is 150,000 times 0.92 times power of 9. Because at the 9th year, we need to know exactly how much he sell the car. We cannot just say it's 75,000. Okay, and we will get the answer 70824. Okay, you will get about that. 70824. But dia cakap round off the sale price of the car to the nearest 100. So annoying this kind of question kan. Ada lagi arahan-arahan. So the nearest 100 will be 70800. Okay. So there looks like a balance kan. He wants to buy. Yeah. Okay. He wants to buy this one. So the house is 180,000. Okay, he's going to use this money and this money to buy the $180,000 house. So how much is his balance? Okay, the balance will be 118,263.53 plus 70800 minus 180000. Okay, and you get the final answer. I'm going to write it in blue. You get 9063.53. Okay, which is our final answer. 9063.53 RM. Okay, yeah, sorry, I didn't have an extra page for this, so my writing is like all over the place, like menjela-jela ke sini ke sana. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me answer one more and then we'll take a short break lah. Okay. Oh, you know what? After this is what? After this, oh, okay. Let me answer two more. Yeah, we'll take a short break. Okay, diagram 3 shows the curve y equals to 9 minus x squared intersects. Whenever you see the word intersect, then you know it's a point of intersection. Kalau kamu mau cari ini, which is always the first question, kasih sama y dengan y lah. Okay, so this is 2y equals to negative 5x, and this is y equals to 9 minus x squared. To find the point of intersection, kasih sama the y. So y equals to negative 5 over 2x. Okay, equate these two. Negative 5 over 2x equals to 9 minus x squared. Okay, and then you do, and you find the value of x, you will get x equals to negative 2. Okay, you will get x equals to negative 2, and you get y equals to 5. 5 macam. Yeah. Okay, and then don't forget, final answer must be coordinates of A is negative 2 and 5. Jangan setakat ini kamu berhenti ya. Okay, be very careful with this. Okay, always go with the. Okay, so you have over here is negative 2 and over here is 5. Yeah, somebody is in front of my house, so my dog is being excessively annoying or protective. Okay, so the area of the shaded region, the area of the shaded region, okay, well, I guess you can do it in terms of y, but not a very good idea lah. Okay, better to do it in terms of x. So if you think about it, if let's say I set a limit here, there's always a reason why they ask us to count this coordinate lah. Okay, so you set the region here. Okay, so I will have this whole red thing, okay, is the area under this graph. Okay, from negative 2 to 0. And then you just minus the triangle. Because you know what is the base and you know what is the height. Okay, so area under graph. Okay, area under graph, sorry, B. Area under graph is this whole red thing. Okay, so we use this equation. Okay, so area under graph is the integration of 9 minus x squared towards dx from negative 2 to 0. Okay, negative 2 to 0 over here. Use the x-axis now. Okay, negative 2 to 0, yeah. Okay, so let's find this value. So 9x minus x cubed over 3. Okay, you get negative 2, here is 0. So you substitute the 0, you get everything 0 minus negative 2. 9 times negative 2 minus negative 2 cubed over 3. Okay, you will get the answer. Oh, sorry. I still don't know what's the answer. You will get 61 over 3. Okay, I mean, you calculate this time, you get 61 over 3. Then the area of the triangle is half times 2 times 5, which is 5. Okay, how do I know it's 2 and 5? Because since the coordinate is negative 2 and 5 kan, so this panjang over here is 2, this tinggi over here is 5. Okay, that's what the purpose of the coordinate is for. Okay, so area of shaded region will be 61 over 3 minus 5, which will give us 46 over 3. Okay, this will be our final answer. All right, last one, the volume generated in terms of pi, when the shaded region is revolved around 360 about the y-axis. Okay, so I'm going to rub all this off because this is unnecessary for now. Okay, let's think about this. So A is negative 2 and 5. A is negative 2 and 5. So I mark now first. Negative 2 and 5. Okay, if it is going to be revolved around the y-axis, you kind of have no choice lah. Y-axis means pi a to b x squared dy. Ini saya mau x squared. Okay, so the good news is you already have the x squared. Okay, x squared equals to 9 minus y. Okay, from here lah. So you want to revolve it around the y-axis. But the problem over here is, if I were to do everything, sorry, if I were to, so this is the curve. Okay, so if I split this into two and I revolve the blue color section, I will get a bowl lah. Okay, saya akan dapat satu mangkuk. But the shaded region is not just that bowl part lah, bukan yang di atas sana. The shaded region is also this triangle part, which is kalau saya pusingkan, okay, I will get a cone. Okay, and I will get a cone, and this cone is formula for volume of cone. Okay, volume of cone is 1/3 pi r squared h, should be. Okay, so the r again is 2, and the h again is 5. Okay, so 1/3 pi 2 squared times 5. Okay, 1/3 2 squared times 5. Yeah, so you get 20/3 pi. So this one, no problem. Okay, leave your answer in terms of pi. So the, sorry, see, volume of cone, okay, is 20/3 pi. Okay, as we've proven just now lah. So the problem now is this volume of the blue section, okay, the mangkuk. Okay, that's where the integration comes. So volume of whatever lah, mangkuk lah. Okay, so this will be pi. Then we have to integrate from where? Here to here. And here I know is 5. But what about here? Okay, this is 9. How do I know it's 9? Because I substitute x equals to 0 over here. When x equals to 0, y equals to 9. So it is from 5 to 9. Okay, from 5 to 9. And then of course the equation will be 9 minus y lah. Okay, 9 minus y terhadap dy. Okay, so when we integrate this, we get 5 to 9. This is 9y minus y squared over 2. Okay, and then I will leave you to do this lah. Okay, this will be hold on. Eight. You'll get exactly nice number 8. Okay, 8 units. So the total volume, okay, total volume will be 20/3 pi, sorry, 8 pi, plus 8 pi. Okay, we will get 44/3. Okay, this will be our final answer. Okay, as far as the difficulty of this question goes, this is a standard question. Okay, there's nothing special about this question. If you have done enough integration questions, this question is pretty standard. Okay, cuma, as I said lah, okay, cuma integration questions, differentiation questions require us to do a lot of practice. Okay, so yeah, so if you find that integration saya masih tidak berapa suka, it's okay. Okay, focus on the questions that you can do and also the paper 1 questions. Okay, because integration questions not that much lah. Okay, kalau if you're not aiming for an A+, then you know, then don't have to worry so much about it. If you're aiming for the A+, you need to make sure you get these integrations questions correct. Okay, let's take a short break, and then when we come back, I will continue with the other, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more questions. Okay, see you in a bit. I will pause the video now. Resuming recording. All right, sorry. So in the break just now, I was notified that I had made a mistake in this question. Okay, so I want to rectify this mistake. So when you calculate this, you will actually get, sorry, my mistake. Okay, so I'm going to change it now. So this one is actually wrong. This is 46/3 actually. Okay, so lepas kau kira-kira ni kan, kau akan dapat 46/3. And then when you do this 46/3 minus 5, you will get this final answer 31/3. Okay, so yeah, I made a mistake in the previous question. Okay, so this one, the area under the graph is 46/3, and you minus the 5. 5 is correct lah. Okay, the area of the triangle is correct. But the area of the shaded region is 46/3 minus 5, you get 31/3. Okay, all right, let's continue. Question number 8, this is a linear law question. This is probably one of the most standard questions. I don't see anything special with this question except that the fact that this is a log question. Okay, but because I'm bound by time, and because this is a very time-consuming question, okay, I'm just going to cut it short and show you the final answer. The most important thing is your log 10y against x squared, the table must be there. So when you have the table, you will get these values. Okay, so these are the values: 146.25, 9, 12.25, and 16. Okay, then when you plot the graph, okay, using the scale that they've given, okay, you plot the graph, you get a best fit graph, and it should cut about 0.3. Okay, it should potong about 0.3. Now, then after that, the standard, this one now, once you draw the line of best fit, then you have to change this equation so that it looks like our this one. Okay, and how do we do it? Is we use log. Okay, so you log both sides. Log 10y equals to log 10k minus log 10n x squared. Okay, because this is according to this one given. Okay, so this is n x squared. So annoying. Okay, but yeah, what to do? That's how it's been given. Okay, so once you separate it out, then you will get change it to blue color. This is our y-axis. This is our c, our y-intercept. Okay, and this is our gradient. Okay, so once you have identified that, then you get log 10k equals to 0.3. You get k equals to 1.995. Okay, and then the gradient which you calculate in this one, okay, equals to negative log 10n. Okay, then you get about 0.8066. Ini hanya anggaran jawapan. Okay, kalau kamu punya jawapan akhir is 0.8065, jangan juga kamu kencang. Okay, because a lot of things depend on your graph and depend on how you do your gradient. Now, always remember gradient. Okay, guys, listen. Gradient, your triangle. Your triangle must be big. Okay, triangle must be big. Go for the first and the last point if you can. Okay, this is an acceptable triangle. Not this kicik mayak triangle. Ini saya tidak mahu. Ini memang tidak akan diterima because this only calculates the gradient of this side. It doesn't represent the entire graph. Okay, I want the triangle to be as big as possible so that it represents the entire graph or as much of the graph as it possibly can. Okay, so this one saya memang tidak akan terima. Bukan saja saya, nobody will terima. Okay, whether your physics or ed maths kan, triangle always big. Okay, so be very careful. So the probably difficult thing in this question is how to change this equation to this equation. Okay, which I will now show you. So our formula is y equals to k over n x squared. Okay, so we know that we want to change it to log y because that's the clue given to us. So when you log sebelah kiri, you kena log sebelah kanan juga. K over n x squared. Okay, now since this is over, okay, bahagi ya. Okay, therefore, bila kita pisahkan, dia akan jadi tolak. So, log 10y equals to log 10k minus log 10 nx squared. Okay, yang atas tolak dengan yang bawah. Then this x squared, kamu boleh bawa turun ke depan. Just like how we would do log tan 3 2 bahkan dia akan jadi 2 log tan 3. Okay, ini 2 saya bawa pergi depan. So I get log tan y equals to log tan k minus x squared log tan n. Okay, and this is where you need to, this one lah. Okay, you need to bezakan antara this one. So this will be our y-axis. This sahaja is my x-axis. Therefore, ini yang warna hijau ini sama ini adalah saya punya gradient. Okay, bring the tanda together with you. And then finally, the yellow color over here, this is my C. Okay, then lepas itu, those of you who are doing the table method, okay, ada juga beberapa murid saya ajar begitu kan, the table method. So this is the M, this is the C, this is the equation, this is the graph. Okay, so the M is, from the equation is negative log tan n, and then the C is log tan k. From the graph, my C is 0.3. From what I calculated is 7/75. Okay, then kamu kasih sama. Kamu kasih sama, then you will find the value. Okay. All right. This is probably, yeah, I know, player unknowns battle arena. Okay, fine, whatever. So this is probably one of the more hot questions. What they are asking is not difficult. Okay, always remember the principle of hot questions. What they are asking is actually not difficult. What the question is saying is the difficult one. Yang bikin susah untuk soalan hot adalah soalan itu sendiri. Okay, sebab kamu kena faham betul what the question wants. But actually what when you do, dia macam apa ini? Senang juga dia punya jalan kerja. Okay, so the initial position of Team A, Team B, and Team C is at 11-0. Let's mark it out. So this is 11 and 0. Team B is 4 and 6. Team C is 14 and 0. 14 and 10. Okay, initial position. Dia punya koordinat di sana lah. Okay, you can even mark it out as X if you want. Kalau dia membantu kamu. Yeah. Okay. So the initial positions of the three teams form a triangle. Find the area of the formed triangle. This is a no-brainer formula. Okay, so area is 1/2. Then you susun the thing, this one. So 11-0, 4, 6, 14, 10, and then you make sure you repeat the final one again. Okay, and then once you do all that, I'm going to skip the working just to show you. So the area is about 44. Okay, 44. If you want to write kilometers squared, also can lah. Okay, but the triangle, sorry, the play area. Okay, the triangle is about 44. Actually, it doesn't really say kilometers. Does it say kilometers? Oh, it does. Okay, find the area in kilometers squared. Doesn't matter. Okay, 44. So lepas kau buat itu area semua, you get 44. So no worries. Okay. Now, this is an interesting question. 5 marks, obviously. It's probably the difficult one. The control tower is due north of Team A. Now, this is a very important information. Because kalau dia ada due north, walaupun dia nampak macam bukan north lah kan, this means that the x coordinate is the same. So this is 11 and y. Okay, sebab dia berada ngam-ngam di atas A. Okay, so we don't know what the y coordinate is, but I know what is the x coordinate because the x coordinate must be the same as A. Okay, lies on the perpendicular bisector of a line that joins Team B and Team C. Okay, so Team B, Team C over here, and then from here, the perpendicular bisector means midpoint. Okay, so here the midpoint, okay, and here form a 90-degree angle. Okay, and this is kind of a lot of information already lah. Okay, determine the position of the control tower means determine the coordinate. Okay, determine the coordinate. Now, you already have the x coordinates, totally no problem. Our problem now is the y coordinate. Okay, so how do we do this? First of all, you need to find the midpoint. You kind of have no choice in this. Okay, so the midpoint of BC is 14 plus 4 over 2 and 6 and 10. Okay, 6 plus 10 over 2. So this will be 14 plus 4 is 18, 18 divided by 2 is 9 and 8. Okay, so the midpoint over here is 9 and 8. Okay, now because you also see the word perpendicular, when you see the word perpendicular in coordinate geometry, it's always m1, m2 equals to negative 1. Okay, and the reason why I want to do this is I want to find this equation. I need to have this equation if I'm going to find this value of y. I have no choice. But if I want to find this equation, I have to find this gradient first. Okay, so gradient of BC is 10 minus 6 over 14 minus 4. Okay, this will be 4 over 10, 2 over 5. Okay, let me just double check. 2 over 5, yeah. Okay, so if the gradient of BC is 2 over 5, so the gradient, okay, of bisector is, kalau saya pakai M1, M2 equals to negative 1. Okay, so 2 over 5 M2 equals to negative 1. This will give me negative 5 over 2. Okay, so then I know already, I can form the equation. Okay, so y equals to negative 5 over 2x plus c. Do I have a coordinate that I can use? I do, because the perpendicular bisector hits the midpoint. So 8 equals to negative 5 over 2 times 9 plus c. Okay, and let me see, 5 is 61 over 2. So c is 61 over 2. Therefore, my equation is negative 5 over 2x plus 61 over 2. And then we finally, yeah, I know, and then we finally can find the value of the y coordinate. So when x equals to 11, how do you know x equals to 11? Because we already determined that it is due north of team A. Walaupun gambar tidak nampak begitu, we always follow the question. Okay, due north means berada di atas, cantik itu. So when x equals to 11, you will get y equals to 3. Yeah. Okay, you get y equals to 3. Therefore, then remember to write the question back lah. Okay, so the position of control tower, okay, is 11 and 3. Sorry, 3. Okay. All right, the play zone is a circular line centered at the control tower. Okay, and its radius will gradually decrease within a period of time. At one particular time, the circular line will pass through the initial position of team A. Find the equation of the zone. This is a locus question. Find the locus of the circle, tetapi when it passes through team A. It means this circle over here, this play zone, okay, is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until one time kan dia akan pass through A macam ni. So you're asking us to find this equation. Okay, the equation of the equation of the locus. Okay, the equation of the locus. So how do I know what is the radius? Because I need to know what is the distance, kan? Okay, the radius is actually the oh, actually no need. Wait, hold on. 11.3. What okay. Sorry, I need to rub this off. Oh, so fun to rub all this. All right. So the original locus, okay, the original locus. So let's say the locus is xy lah. Alamak. Okay, let's say the locus of, I'm going to call this point P lah. Okay, is xy. So if it is going to pass through the position of team A, okay, so that means you're going to have x minus 11 squared plus y minus 0 squared. Okay, that's the distance lah, between the 11 and 0. Okay, let me just check to see what is going on. Oh, no. Wait. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so the position of the circle, okay, is always xy. Okay, so one time it will pass through team A, but actually there's always a difference between here lah. Okay, so that means your locus will be x minus 11 squared plus y minus 3. Okay, because they're always centered at the control tower. Okay, that's why it says the line is centered at the control tower. Okay, and at one point in time, it will pass through the initial position of team A, okay, which is this jarak di sini lah. And how do we find this distance? It will be that's the radius. So 11 minus 11 squared plus 3 minus 0 squared, which is actually just 3 lah, kan, if you think about it. Because if this is the height, this is the, if this is this one, kan, and since we know that y is 3, therefore the radius over this one is 3. Okay, so actually I can even omit this altogether. Okay, I can say that the radius when it passes through team A, okay, is 3. So I can solve this already now. Sorry, this is square root lah. Okay, pass it over, so it'll be x minus 11 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals to 9. And then from here, you can work out your way all the way to get the final answer. It'll be just minus 22x minus 6y plus 121. Okay, so x squared plus y squared minus 22x plus 6y plus 121 equals to 0. Minus 6y, sorry. Minus 6y. Okay, minus 6y. Okay, that will be our final answer. So, dari segi jalan kerja, okay, B probably has the most complicated jalan kerja lah. Okay, because B, dia ada banyak step. Okay, there's many layers to this question. Okay, C actually is a locus question yang dia kasih odds. Okay, A is the easiest question of the lot. Kalau kau tidak pandai jawab B dan C pun kan, you should try to answer A. Okay, because A is just using the coordinates yang sudah diberi and putting it into the area of the triangle formula. Okay, so if you cannot answer B and C, try to answer A. Okay, always look for places that kamu boleh cuba jawab. Okay, but in terms of difficulty, I would say B is probably the more difficult one lah. So dia sangat complicated. C dia tidak complicated, cuma kalau kau tidak faham tu soalan, macam saya, okay, when I first read it, I also had to understand it for a while lah. Okay, I was like, apa ini? Tiba-tiba dia pass through the initial position team A. So, actually dia basically suruh kita cari this locus. Okay, bila dia melalui. At first I thought kan dia suruh kita cari this locus bah yang besar ini. Tapi tiada. Okay, so yeah. So they find team A. So interesting lah. Okay, it's interesting, but always very complicated. All right. Wow. Okay. I may have to go beyond 12 o'clock. Sorry, guys. Okay, the diagram 5.5a shows a side plan of a mini house model. Tamrin needs to color the triangular area or the side of the house by using special paint, as shown in diagram 5b. I still don't know why he wants to paint his house this way, but okay, fine. So ABC is an isosceles triangle, okay, same length. AC is 16. Everything is given. AB and BC is 10. BE and BD are two arcs of circles, okay, centered A and C respectively. Points D and E lie on the straight line AC. Okay, so find BAC in radians. So BAC in radians. If you think about it, this is kind of the halfway point. So I know that this panjang is 8. Okay, so angle of BAC can be found. Okay, if I use sine cos tangent lah. Okay, this will be cos lah. So cos BAC equals to 8/10. Okay, and then I will get BAC equals to, sorry, shift cos 36.8699, okay, degrees, which will be how many radians? 0.6436 radian. Okay, 0.6436 radians. Let me just double check. Yeah, okay, 0.6436 radians. Quite simple lah. So the perimeter of the shaded region. Perimeter of shaded region is this 10 plus this 10 plus this length, which is like don't know what, how much, or 8. Oh no, this whole thing is 8, sorry. Tapi saya mau tahu ini by AB. Okay, nanti sabar. But we know this. Okay, we know this. So that's not a problem for us. Let's find BD and BE first lah. Okay, but if you find BD, you will find BE also. Okay, so the length of the arc is S equals to R theta. Okay, the jejari is BD lah. Okay, so this will be 10 times 0.6436. So it gives us 6.436 cm. So this is 6.436, this is 6.436. The problem is I don't want this one. Kan? If I were to, okay, kalau saya mau tahu dia punya perimeter, I want this plus this plus this plus this plus this plus this. So how do I get rid of this DE? Okay, macam mana saya mau buang ini DE ni? So, you know, it's annoying lah. Okay, so we know that here, okay, is, oh no, you know what? We know that over here, okay, this is, how long is this? This is 8. Okay. Okay. But at the same time, I also know that from C to D, okay, this whole thing is 10. Okay. From C to E is 8. From C to here, whatever this point here is 8. Okay, but the whole thing here is 10. So I know that this bahagian over here is 2. Okay. So 8 plus 2 is 10. So we just minus 4 lah. So that means AD plus EC is 16 minus 4, which is 12. Okay, kita 16 then tolak 2, tolak 2, tolak 4, so you get 12. So my perimeter, okay, my perimeter will be 10 plus 10. Oh no, okay, 10 plus 10 plus, okay, this whole thing di bawah sini is 12 plus 6.436 plus 6.436. Okay, then you will get the final answer. Okay. Oh, I have an extra space. Okay, the cost needed to paint the region BDE with acrylic paint if the price of paint is 0.35, sorry, 35 cents per centimeter. Okay, so so I want to find this area. Oh, so annoying. Can't this area? Okay, so let's think about this. So we have, uh, how do I find this? Okay, so let's say I take this one. Because I want DDE kan, so I just do one time and then I will get the second time already lah. So we get like this. Sorry. Oh yeah, correct. A, D, E. Okay, so this is A, this is D, this is E, and this is B. So I want to find out how much this is. Okay, so this area, as I mentioned in the first class, is 1/2 r squared theta minus sine theta. Okay, and since we have both the angles, we get r is 10 squared, theta is 0.6436 minus sine, this is 36.8699. Okay, then you get this one. Then, because di sebelah pun sama bahkan, so you just times 2 lah. Okay, so the total area, I'm just going to give you the final answer. The total area is 16.35 about. Oh, sorry. Okay, 16.35 centimeter squared. So the total cost, okay, is 35 cents times 16.35. 16.35 times 0.35, so you get about RM 5 ringgit and 73 cents. That's the final answer. Okay, so actually, if you look at it, this question is actually not difficult lah. Okay, dia cuma HOTS and needs you to imagine this diagram. Just it's the same thing left and right actually. Okay, you just have to imagine it both ways. All right. Okay, this is probability distribution. Okay, in CTA, data was taken to determine the attendance of students to school. It is found that the probability of students attending school is 60%. Okay, so this is 0.6. Okay, whenever you see 60%, immediately change it to this one. So P equals to 0.6, assuming that P is students attending school. Okay, within n number of days, the probability of attending school one day, okay, is 6 times. So this is R. Okay, 6 times the probability of not attending the school at all. So that means P1 is 6 times of P0. This is where we will start. Okay, so n is, I don't know what is my n. Okay, but I know that I have two R's. One is 0 and one is 1. P is 0.6, therefore Q is 0.4. And we can start from here. P1 equals to 6 times of P0. So this will be NP1, NC1, NCR kan? Yeah. NC1, 0.6 to the power of 1, 0.4 to the power of n minus 1. Okay, and then this will be 6 times, okay, P0 will be NC0. Okay, then this will be 0.6 to the power of 0, and then 0.4 to the power of n. As n minus 0 is still 0. Okay, And then after that, this one involves a long calculation. Actually, not very long. Okay, so let's keep this short. So NC1 is actually N. Okay, yeah, if you didn't know this, NC is actually N. This is 0.6, like 0.4 N minus 1. 6, NC0 is 1. Okay, this is 1, this is 1, so this is 0.4 to the power of N. Okay, now, do I want to show you how to get the N? Okay, fine, I can. So this one now, what will happen is, since this is 0.4 N minus 1, I can change this to 0.4 N over 0.4. Okay, because it's minus 1. So N 0.6 equals to 6 times 0.4 N. And this one will cancel themselves out. Okay, and then you will finally get the answer. N equals to 4. 6 and 0, yeah, N equals to 4. Okay, so this is nothing much, it's just basic maths. Okay lah, fine. This part is basic maths lah. Like any other basic maths. But just, substitution over here becomes very important lah. Okay, calculate the variance. Variance is NPQ. Okay, no square root. Okay, it's the variance. Tapi, of the number of absentees, be very careful now. Number of absentees means kamu punya P adalah 0.4. Q is 0.6. Because in this original story, the P is attending school. But we don't want to know the variance for the people who are attending school. We want to know the variance of the people who are absent. So you have to switch the P and the Q around. Okay, so P is 0.4. Okay, and Q is 0.6. Because orang yang tidak hadir ke sekolah. Okay, be very careful with this. So this is a good trick question. Okay, this one, when I saw this question now, I was like, apa jenis soalan ini? It's so, yeah, it's very ridiculous lah, okay? But arrival schedule of an ETS train from Kuala Lumpur to Sungai Petani follows a normal distribution with an average train arrival of 0954 and a standard deviation of 7.14 minutes. The train is expected to arrive at 9:48 or 0948. Okay, so find the probability that the train will be late but arrive before 10:02. Okay, so that means it's not going to arrive at 9:48. That means you're looking for the probability that 0948 between X and 1002. Okay, and that's actually what you want to find lah. Okay, so since this one, the average train arrival is 0954, this will be our mean. Okay, standard deviation is 7.14. This is our sigma. Okay, so you change this 0948, sorry, to z-score. Okay, and you change 1002 to z-score. Okay, just minus this one lah. Okay, and you will get negative 0.84 and 1.12. Okay, so you get P negative 0.84, Z, and 1.12. So this probability is very easily counted. Okay, negative 0.84 is here, 1.12 is here. You want to count this. So it's 1 minus this side and this side. Okay, so yeah, find that. This one, not to say apalah, dia bukan soalan, cuma dia I still don't know lah. Okay, so the final answer is 0.6681. Okay, I'm obviously rushing because I still have another 2 more questions to go. Okay, all right. If the probability that the train will be late, okay, is given as 0.025, so that means P X is more than 0948. okay, is 0.025. Is that what is given? Oh, no, 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 no. Sorry. You don't know what is the time product. Okay. So you are given X is more than Z. Okay, is 0.025. So dia, ini adalah soalan terbalik lah. Dia bagi kamu probability, dia suruh kamu cari terbalik. Okay, so 0.025, okay, is the probability. Since it is more, then that means whatever value of Z you will get will be on the right side over here. Okay, so kamu guna jadual, okay, look for this value of Z, and then whatever this value of Z is equals to X minus 0.954 over 7.14. Kamu kena carilah nilai Z inilah daripada jadual. Okay, and you will get the final answer, X equals to 1008. Is it 1008 or 1003? 1008, yeah. Okay. So because I don't have the jadwal here, sorry, I don't have the jadwal with me. So, and I think this is a pretty easy question. This question is easy. So I won't spend so much time on this. Okay. All right. Last two questions. Wow, it feels like forever for paper 2 ni, kan? Okay. Diagram 6 shows the ingredients used to produce a type of biscuit. Table 2 shows the price indices. Okay, so nice. So what do you think this is? This looks like the pemberat, the weightage. Okay, for 2018, based on the year 2016. Okay, so this 200, 100, 300, 400 looks like the pemberat lah. So the price of ingredient A is increased 30% from the year 2016 to the year 2018. State the value of T. Okay, this is just state. Kalau naik 30%, increase by 30%, the value of T will be 130. Okay, this is a very basic concept. Now, if the price ingredient of A in 2016 is 3 ringgit, find the price in 2018. So since you know that it's 130, and you know that the 2018 price I don't know, okay, so this is 3 ringgit times 100. So I'll get the price of 2018 will be 3 ringgit 90 cents. Okay, nothing much over here. If you understand how to do index number, this should be okay. Now it is given that the composite index for the cost of making the biscuit is expected to increase by 120% from the year 2018 to 2020. Okay, so first of all, calculate the composite index for the cost of making the biscuit in 2020 based on the year 2016. So the first thing you need to do is this. You need to count the composite index, okay, of the year 2018 based on the year 2016. This one first. Okay, so this is a 7-mark question, although it's only 2 parts. It seems like it's going to be very long. Yeah, it is a very long question. Oh dear. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is calculate the composite index for 2018 over 2016. Okay, so this one, so this will be 130 times 200, 125 times 100, 140 times 300, and 120 times 400. Okay, A to A, B to B, C to C, D to D. Okay, then the total altogether will be 2134, so this will be 1000. Okay, so this total divided by 1000 will give you the composite index of this what is this biscuit? Okay, on this biscuit. Okay, so according to this answer, the composite index is 128.5. Okay, so the composite index 128.5. Now, from 2018 to 2020, they increased by 120. Sorry, increased by 20%, so this is 120. So if I want 2020 over 2016, okay, I will have to use the chain rule. 2020 over 2018 times 2018 over 2016 times 100. Okay, so 2020 over 2018 is 120 times 2018. Hold on. Sorry, divide by 100. Ayah. Sorry. Divide by 100. Okay, divide by 100. Okay, so times 128.5 divided by 100. Okay, and then what you will get is 154.2. Okay, from 2020 to 2016, you will get 154.2, which will be our final answer. Okay, given Yusra has 500 ringgit and the cost of making a packet of biscuit in 2016 was 15 ringgit and 40 cents. Find the maximum number of packets of biscuit that can be produced by Yusra in the year 2020. Okay, so first of all, hold on. Oh, okay. So in the year 2020, sorry, in the year 2016 is 15 ringgit 40 cent. But you know already the composite index for 2020 over 2016. So 154.2 equals to the price in 2020 over 1540 times 100. So you get the price of 2020. Okay, so you get the price of 2020 according to this is 23 ringgit and 75 cents. Okay, all right. So if one packet of biscuit is 23, wow, it's very expensive biscuit, 23 ringgit. So 23 ringgit 75 cents for one packet of biscuit, and you have maximum 500 ringgit altogether to make. Okay, so how many packets of biscuit can you make? Okay, so it will be just 500 divided by 23.75. So you get about 21.05. So about 21 packets. Okay, 500 over 23.75. You get 21.05, but you can't make 0.05 biscuits. Okay, so you get about 21 packets altogether, maximum. Okay, sedih kan? Kalau one packet is 23 ringgit. Oh, this one. Okay, so I would say this index question, there's nothing really special about this question. As in, tiada juga yang begitu susah, kecuali the second one, dia bukan suruh kita kira the price lah. They also go one step further to find how many packets of biscuits can you actually make. But there's nothing really extraordinarily difficult about this lah. Okay, dia bukan yang luar biasa yang susah. Okay, if you have done enough index questions, I think you should be able to answer this question. Okay, it's a pretty standard one. Okay, last question. Okay, last question, and then we'll call it a day in solution of triangle. Okay, so this is the isosceles triangle PQR such that PQ is 10, QR is 10, PQR is an obtuse. Okay, obtuse means more than 90 degrees. Be very careful with this. Is given that the area of PQR is 49 centimeters. So whenever you have area, okay, you want to have 1 over 2 AB sine C. Okay, and since we want this angle, nasib baik we have these two bahkan. So we can always do 1 over 2 times 10 sine C. Okay, and the area is given as 49, sorry. So 49 times 2 divided by 10 divided by 10, you will get sine C equals to 0.98 and C equals to 78.5217 degrees. But that's not the answer, because this angle is an obtuse angle. Okay, and this angle is less than 90 degrees. So how do we make an angle that is less than 90 degrees become more than 90 degrees? We just have to minus 180. Okay, that's the wonder of this one. So you get 101.4783 degrees. This is our final answer. Be very careful with this word obtuse angle. Okay, sebab ramai akan, oh okay, saya sudah dapat jawapan, ting ting, and then ini baru soalan pertama. Satu salah, the rest all will just don menjadi lebih salah. Okay, so the length of PR, okay, in cm we can use cos rule for this. Okay, so this will be PR squared equals to 10 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 10 cos, and this is where our angle plays a very important role. 101.4783. Very, very important. If we use the wrong angle, we will get everything wrong. Okay, which is something that I noticed that a lot of things happen. Okay, so you get PR equals to 15.49 centimeters squared. Okay, this will be a very important piece of information for the next part of the question. Okay, so we have all these three information now, 101.4783. Okay, I want to emphasize once again that it is very important that we pay attention to the word obtuse. Okay, because a lot of students, once they get this answer, kan dia orang akan puas hati. Okay, it looks like 70 degrees. Okay, at first glance it looks like 78 degrees. Yeah, macam 78 degrees. Tapi diagram doesn't always help. Okay, diagram is not always accurate. Question is always accurate. Okay, so be very careful with that. All right. Now we come to this. So triangle PQR in the first diagram 7A is the base of a pyramid. Okay, let's put in all the information first. So PQ is 10, QR is 10, and PR, as we determined just now, is 15.49. Okay, 15.49. And I know this angle, which I don't think is useful, but never mind. Nanti saya. Now V adalah puncak pyramid. Okay, V is the vertex of the pyramid. So find the angle of PVR. And here, once again, I have 18, I have 21, I have 15.49. I can use the cos rule. Since I want to find this angle of this triangle, PVR, so 15.49 squared equals to 18 squared minus 21, plus 21 squared minus 2 times 18 times 21 cos V. Or whatever this angle is lah, PVR lah pun boleh. Okay, so once you've done that, you will get 46.01. Okay, so V equals to 46.01 degrees. Sorry, yeah, I'm referring to the answer because it's almost time and I don't really want to waste time showing you the working lah. Okay, please work out the working on your own. Okay, saya hanya memberi kamu bantuan saja. So the area of this triangle, okay, so we use the same formula again. Area is 1/2 times 18 times 21 times sine, use this angle 46.01. Okay, this one kalau kamu anu lah. Okay, if you know how to use this one, it should be no problem. 135.98. Okay, cm squared. Shortest distance from point V to PR. Now, shortest distance means what you know. If this is PVR, let's say lah, okay, PVR. The shortest distance is always the height. Okay, and it always makes a 90-degree angle. Now, if you take a look at this, we have already counted this one. Apa kita sudah kira dia punya area dalam satu cara. Okay, which is 1/2 AB sine C. We can use the formula that you learned in Form 1, okay, which is half times base times height. Because the shortest distance from the vertex daripada puncak sampai ke bawah is always the height. So therefore, 135.98 equals to 1/2. What is the base? 15.49 times the height. That's basically what we want. And then what we will get is the height equals to 17.56 cm. Okay, and that's our final answer. So again, there is nothing except for the fact that this is in 3-dimensional. Okay, Diagram ini 3-dimensional, tapi soalan yang dia mintakan sebenarnya melibatkan satu segitiga saja, which is like, okay. But the problem is this. If in the beginning, you already got this 15.49 wrong, okay, and the 15.49 depends on the cos 101.4783. So this is where the danger is. Okay, mungkin kamu boleh dapat semua jawapan tau. No, mungkin kamu boleh jawab semua. Okay, but because dari mula kau sudah salah, kamu menggunakan 78.5217, the maximum mark you can get for this question is 5. Okay, the maximum, because every jawapan kamu adalah salah sudah. Oh, see, mau habis battery sudah. Every jawapan kamu salah sebab kamu guna angle yang salah. So the maximum mark, okay, you can get out of 10 is 5. Okay, and this is where the danger of this question is. This question is dangerous sebab kalau A1 kamu salahkan, everything akan salah. Jawapan lah, jalan kerja you will get mark. Okay, kalau kamu buat jalan kerja, kamu akan dapat markah. But the danger is this. The danger in not reading and understanding the question and taking note. Okay. Ya, jangan cakap noted sir, jangan. Cakap noted soalan. Tell the question that you are noting that it says obtuse angle. Okay, because that makes a difference in the world, between 5 marks and 10 marks. Look at the working. The working is basically peanuts, Tiada yang susah pasal ni jalan kerja ni sebenarnya. If you know the formula, you know how to answer kan, the jalan kerja tidak susah. But the trick, okay, the trick is where people forget to read the question and understand. This is a very important skill. Okay, so it's good to be smart, but it's better to be wise. Gitu. Okay, that's the advice for the day lah. Okay, so yeah, so that's about it. 2 hours, and I have covered almost all of paper 2. As I said before, if you want me to check anything, okay, send your answers to my email. Okay, doesn't matter which class you're from. You can be from any other class. If you want me to check, you want me to help you mark your own paper, send your answers to me by email. For those of you, okay, sorry, kalau kamu, let's say you finish answering the whole paper, then you want me to check. Do it like that lah. Don't send me one question by one question lah. Don't lah. Okay, that's very menyusahkan. Send me the whole paper when you have done it, and then I will help you to check. Okay, if there's any way that I think that you can improve in your answer, okay, then I will write it down in the there lah. Okay, so yeah, just send me the email. So lastly is next week. So next week for AdMeds, also 2 sessions. I want to cover the Kedah paper. Okay, the Kedah paper is also known as Merbok, I think. Okay, that is a paper that for those of you who are in S3, you will know lah, because Cikgu He has discussed these questions with you. The Kedah paper is a very tough paper, actually. More tough, lebih susah daripada SBP. Okay, so I want to discuss the Kedah paper next week. So next week, Monday will be paper 1, and then Friday will be paper 2. For those of you who are joining the physics class, next Wednesday, our physics class, I will push it to the afternoon. Sebab sebelah pagi saya ada meeting. So next Wednesday's class for physics will be in the afternoon. If you can come. If you can't come, it's okay. You can always watch the video after the fact. But next Wednesday, I want to cover 2 topics in Form 4, which is forces and motion. I want to cover the paper 2 questions in forces and motion, and I want to cover the experiment in light. Okay, light experiment lah, because that seems to be the popular experiment for this year. Okay, so stopping the recording. Thanks for coming, everyone.